Welcome back to Sports Illustrated's College Football Weekly Show. I'm your host, Claudette Montana. It is officially playoff week, but before we get into those games, let's dive into some of our top storylines in college football. Navy pulled off a major upset over Army with a 31-13 victory, spoiling the team's Cinderella season and holding Army quarterback Bryson Daly to just 117 yards. The Heisman Trophy ceremony was awarded on Saturday night to Colorado wide receiver and cornerback Travis Hunter, who beat out Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty by a narrow margin. This is actually the closest Heisman race since 2009 when Mark Ingram won the award. All right, joining me now to break down our games of the week is Sports Illustrated senior writer Pat Forde. The college football playoff bracket is officially set, and we got some football this weekend, which I'm very excited about. So let's start off with number 10 Indiana at number 7 Notre Dame. Both teams finished 11-1 this season. Notre Dame is a slight favorite heading to this game. They also have the home field advantage. How do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, the Indiana State Championship. This has been a high-ticket demand, Claudette. I think the Indiana fans, since they live nearby and may think that this opportunity may not come around often, I think are jumping on tickets to get into Notre Dame Stadium. I think the biggest thing, we've seen Notre Dame evolve during this season into a much better offensive team as things have gone along. They've rushed for over 200 yards their last 5 games. They've had over 430 total yards the last 5 games. They've been racking up big point totals. And so I think it's going to be incumbent upon Indiana to try to slow them down and make this a little bit more of a low-scoring game. Indiana's defense is good, especially has been good against the run, so it's going to be strength on strength a little bit there. But if this gets into, I think, a little bit more of a back-and-forth game, while Indiana has weapons, I'm not sure you're going to be able to count on Notre Dame on scoring that many points against Notre Dame's defense.
Yeah, we'll see how that one plays out. I'm sure the people of Indiana are very excited. It's not too often that you get a game like this in that state. All right, moving on to number 9, Tennessee at number 8, Ohio State. This is Tennessee's first college football playoff appearance, but we should also note that Ryan Day is 1-3 in college football playoff games as head coach. How do you see this one playing out?
Oh boy, a lot of psychodrama there in the horseshoe, and I'm going to be at that game, but the aura around Ohio State has been grim and angry since the loss to Michigan. And so it would really be incumbent upon them to have a fast start, which is something this team does not do. They average only 6.3 points per game in the first quarter. But on the flip side, Tennessee doesn't start fast either. So, if one of them gets the upper hand there, that could kind of dictate things. But I just think if Ohio State struggles at home with a crowd that seems ready to turn on them the way they did at the end of the Michigan game, the last appearance there, things could get ugly and they could really kind of feel themselves stressing out and starting to press too much. So really incumbent on getting a fast start. I think Ohio State has the better team, but the dynamics favor Tennessee here.
I'm also taking the Buckeyes in this game, but we will see how it plays out. Lots of great football to look forward to this weekend. And as always, appreciate the insight and all the knowledge.
Thank you.
It is now time for the switch up of the week with Sports Illustrated host Brice Butler, and he is breaking down SMU versus Penn State and Clemson versus Texas.
Thanks, Claudette. This week's switch-ups, we are going to be switching it up. I'm going to give you my take on a couple of these matchups this week. Let's start with number 1. We got SMU Mustangs, 11-2, playing against the 11-2 Penn State Nittany Lions. I do not believe that SMU belongs in the college football playoffs because they had a very weak schedule in the ACC this year. And I believe that the Nittany Lions, James Franklin, he's going to have his boys ready to go out there and hit the SMU Mustangs in the mouth from the first play to the last play, proving to the world that they did not belong in there. So I believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that Penn State will blow out SMU Mustangs this weekend. The second matchup that your boy is going to talk about is Clemson facing the Longhorns in Austin. 2 keys to Clemson's success will be the turnover battle, which they have been doing a very good job all year. They are plus 16 in the turnover battle. That means they are greedy taking the ball away, and they are protecting the ball when they are on offense, okay? And the second thing is protecting the quarterback. Texas is 10th in sacks. They can get after the quarterback. I feel like they'll have a big opportunity to go ahead and upset the Longhorns at home in Austin in the first round of the college football playoffs. And that's it for this week's Switch Up. It's your boy, we're out.